Okay, so Manchester United are back in Champions League action this week. Wednesday night playing at home, Old Trafford. The first one of the group stage at Old Trafford under the floodlights. Cannot wait for this one. Wolfsburg, the team that finished, I think they finished runners-up, if I'm not mistaken, in the Bundesliga last season. And they did get to win the German Cup as well. So they're no mugs. Obviously their standout player was Kevin De Bruyne. It was fantastic for them last season. He's now left for Manchester City, so that's probably taken quite a chunk out of their team because he was German Footballer of the Year. So we don't have anything to worry about with him. But going into this game, it's going to be difficult. They're a top German side, one of the better sides in Germany, and no German team are rarely a rollover. Occasionally you will get one, but very, very few. So I'm expecting a difficult game going into this. We've obviously been beaten 2-1 in our previous one against PSV, who I personally put as the outsiders to qualify for this group. I really thought they were probably, although they were in pot one because they won the Eredivisie last year, I thought with selling Wijnaldum and Memphis Depay, I thought that they probably would be quite a bit weaker, and I don't think the Eredivisie is good enough standard of football anyway. So I know that they had Luka de Jong, who scored a lot of goals there, and he done fuck all for Newcastle. So it just shows you that that league is a poor league, and I thought that they probably were the weakest in the group. They may still finish bottom. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, that injury to Luke Shaw didn't help in that game, but we should have. I believe we should have beat them away from home. But no Champions League away game is a given. No Champions League game is a given. 3 English clubs have lost, so we've really got to pick up here and win this game, because otherwise one English club could be on the verge of missing out on a Champions League spot if in the next season Italian football continues to be on the rise in the Champions League. A lot of them get into the latter stages, the likes of Napoli getting to the latter stages in the Europa League, and of course Juventus getting to the Champions League final. If that continues, then there could be problems for the English clubs. And finishing a 3rd place or above is no given in the Premier League, given how hard it is. But you would fancy Manchester United this season, on current form, to be looking to aim for a top 3 Barclays Premier League finish. So then we would, even if it was a catastrophic season for the English clubs, it would then be acceptable, and we would still be in the Champions League. But that would then leave obviously the likes of Tottenham and Liverpool with almost an impossible task to qualify for the Champions League. So we've really got to be looking to win this game at home at Old Trafford. We should really be looking to beat most teams in the Champions League, bar the top teams, the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid and Manchester City and teams like that. Them ones at home would be difficult games. But against the so-called sort of lesser teams, you would expect us to come at Old Trafford to get a result against these. Now, going into this game, obviously we've scored a lot of goals lately in the Premier League. Sunderland were a poor team, but you know, you still have to beat them. Obviously we played Ipswich as well with a full strength, pretty much a full strength team, with a few fringe players in there as well, the likes of Fellaini and that. So, and we comfortably beat both of them. We're not really ever getting out of second gear in either of them. Well, certainly not the Ipswich game. Obviously the Southampton game was a lot more difficult, and then prior to that we beat Liverpool. So in all them games in England, we've scored in three goals in all of them. Obviously excluding that game against PSV, sandwiched in between that. So we're in good goal scoring form. I would expect Louis van Gaal to pick sort of a similar lineup to what he's picked. Obviously the goalkeeper and the back four are probably going to remain the same as what they did. Darmian playing fantastically well at left back. It's great to have a player like Asu Equeta who can play left back and right back, which we've got in Darmian, because obviously we've got injuries and there's doubts over Rojo's future. So it does look like Darmian could end up playing left back now for a big chunk of the season. To me, to be honest, because I just don't know what's up with Rojo. I think he's got to sort himself out. Obviously he's got injury problems, but he's got to sort himself out, knuckle down, get in Louis van Gaal's good books, and then stay. I presume he will stay for the remainder of the season, but whether he stays beyond that, I really don't know. And in the midfield, I reckon Schweinsteiger is going to come in for Michael Carrick. Now, I would love to see Michael Carrick still play, because every time Michael Carrick plays, we give that bit extra, we play a bit better. and we generally do get a result. When he doesn't play, our win percentage is a lot less, and our defeat percentage is a lot higher. So that is a bit of a concern. But I do think that Schweinsteiger will be the one in there, probably alongside Schneider. I would presume that Carrick probably will miss out. I'm hoping Carrick does play, but that's just my thoughts there. I think the other players probably will keep their place. I've got my doubts whether Herrera will come back in this game actually. I think it will be Anthony Martial and Wayne Rooney again, with Memphis Depay and Juan Mata quality against Sunderland. Really do like Juan Mata. I think he's been a fantastic player, and he's scored a lot more goals in the Premier League for Manchester United in quicker time than he did for Chelsea. So he's really hitting these prime years now. So next year or two we'll see the best years of Juan Mata, and he's not playing too bad out on the wing, considering I didn't think it was his best position, and if David Moyes played in there, would have got a lot of stick. But he's scoring goals there, playing better than he did in the number 10. In that number 10 role, whenever he's played, he's actually been complete horseshit. So he played there the other week. I think it was a Champions League game, and he wasn't great. So I don't think we'll be seeing him in the number 10 role again anytime soon. It does mean that Herrera is obviously going to miss out, which I'll be disappointed if he misses out again. It seems like he's going to be a substitute for a lot of the season, which is very disappointing, but we'll have to wait and see there. I think it's going to be a tight game. I don't really see where Wolfsburg are going to hurt us, because I haven't seen too much of them. I don't know too many of their players. Obviously I said Kevin De Bruyne has left, so I don't really know much of their team. I haven't followed them this season, so I'm not too sure how they're doing. I don't really follow a lot of German football, so but hopefully we can win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to Manchester United, hoping that Wayne Rooney can continue his goal scoring form. Hopefully he can take it up a notch in terms of his performance, because I didn't think he was great against Sunderland. Hopefully we can see a goal from Anthony Martial as well. He hasn't got a Champions League goal yet, obviously only played one game for Manchester United, so hopefully he can get off the mark in the Champions League. Anyway, make sure to hit the like button on the video if you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching. There will be a review after the game on Wednesday. Hopefully Manchester United win. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.